No. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is in your area where you are. Here in Nayarit, Mexico, it's a gorgeous morning. It is just wonderful, and today is this weekend is Mexico's independence celebration. And I didn't go to Vallarta, although one of my friends invited me to come, but I just had a little too much on going on to catch up on with TBC that it just didn't work out for me to go. But he was telling me what the celebration that they have going on, which is quite extensive apparently, which would have actually been pretty awesome to see, except for apparently how many people get completely zonked, you know, just totally stone drunk. And then, but today would be it would be very interesting to be there, because apparently the parade is absolutely stunning. So, and I won't be there. So, yeah, maybe next year. Maybe next year. All right. So, my broadcast this morning, you know, I've been catching up on the lessons in on TBC Randy's website for the cash flow coaching. Yeah, there we go. Wow. Couldn't seem to think of of the word coaching. Right. And now what I want to do today is actually I want to begin again with some affirmations, the same ones that I have been doing. So, and again, the reason I am repeating the same ones is because that's what it takes to change your mind. That's what it. When you want to change your habits, your way of thinking, from that of poverty to abundance, the best way to do this is to consistently use affirmations until they take root. It's kind of like the seed you're planting. When you're planting a different seed, the seed that you're planting isn't the affirmations. The seed that you're planting is the change of mind. That's the seed that you're planting. But unless you go back and water it day after day after day again, and keep the moisture around that seed very, 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 the conditions very nice, so that seed can sprout. You got to take great care of that seed, and keep watering it so that this seed can sprout and become the fruitful tree that you want it to be. But now I want to say something this morning that you probably already knew, and I probably said it in broadcasts before, but the fact that you and me and everybody that wants to better their lives, even though some of us have already made great strides forward, but there is still higher grounds to reach. And unless we open the veil, or unless we are able to somehow crawl out from the rock that clouds, or that prevents us from seeing the atmosphere, we need to see and feel the freedom that we have. We say, well, I don't have freedom. I'm trying to gain the freedom. Well, actually, you already have everything that you could possibly ever want. The only thing is that you're not seeing it. And that is because your vision is clouded. Your vision is clouded. Your thinking is clouded with limitations. All right, so that is, I wanted to throw that in because those are very, very profound truths that people have a very hard time tuning into. Very hard time to understand that. And if we go about our daily lives busy and don't give it any consideration, guess what? Guess what? We can very easily be kept so busy, barely getting by, that we'll never reach what we want, that we'll never, probably even fail to set goals. All right, so I want to do those affirmations now. And because money is the thing that everybody needs in order to better their lives, in order to change, the life, to live the life that you want. We need money. And the only thing that limits you from having the money that you want is your thinking, your clouded thinking, your thoughts of limitation. That's what's keeping you from reaching what you want. And I'll throw in a little tip. I'll throw in a little tip right here. If you want, achieve, or do, or have things that you haven't done before, things that you haven't had before, you're going to have to be willing to do things that you haven't done before. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is that you are fearful of doing. It doesn't matter what you are fearful of doing or how you first perceive it. You probably perceive it as total failure, total nightmare, total flop. That's probably how you perceive yourself. When you are thinking about venturing into doing something that you haven't done before. But I guarantee you, you will surprise yourself beyond your own beliefs. Once you break through the fear barrier, once you break through the fear barrier and do it anyways, okay? So give that some thought. Think that through. All right, so now I want to do some affirmations again this morning. I like having lots of money to afford the lifestyle I enjoy and deserve Let me just throw that in there too. I didn't write it that way, but I love that. I like having lots of money to afford the lifestyle I enjoy and deserve. I like having lots of money to afford the lifestyle I enjoy and deserve. I like having lots of money to afford the lifestyle I enjoy and deserve. I like having lots of money to afford the lifestyle I like and deserve. I like helping people, and having lots of money increases the ability to do that. I love helping people, and having lots of money increases the ability to do that. I love helping people, and having lots of money increases the ability to do that. I love helping people, and having lots of money increases the ability to do that. I like money because money is currency, and currency is energy. I like money because money is currency, and currency is energy. I like money because money is currency, and currency is energy. The more money I have, the more good I can do in the world for humanity, obviously. The more money I have, the more good I can do in the world for humanity. The more money I have, the more good I can do in the world for humanity. The more money I have, the more good I can do in the world for humanity. I really like money. I really like money. All right, so that's the affirmations for today, for this morning again. And as I had already mentioned, the purpose of the affirmations is to get comfortable with the idea of having lots of money. You see, most of us, we're not comfortable with that. We're not comfortable with the idea of having all the money available to us that we want anytime you want to buy, anytime you want to help somebody, anytime you want to do something, anytime you want to take a trip, anytime we want something in life. The money, there's plenty of it there. And that is the mindset we need to have in order to have that lifestyle. So we can help people, we can enjoy life, we can take trips, we can... Oh, Susan, thank you so much for for joining me. I was beginning to think I was doing this all by myself today. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Now, but that is the purpose of the affirmations. I'm actually going to put the link out there that if somebody wants to jump on board, you're welcome to do so. So that way it's available if you want it, if you want to come on board. All right, so so what I want to do is, again, this morning, I want to share the screen. And I want to, again, go to the system that we've been talking about. This is getting to be kind of a normal thing, I think, or at least it is to me. We're just going to go All right, so this will get us to the blog, and I'm gonna just right away type another admin that I want to also visit. Okay, so there, and now what I want to do is I want to again type in script, because today, or I want to go to the, there's actually an updated version of the script, and I think we'll actually have a link to it here. Hope, maybe not. Oh, this is the, okay, yeah, this is what I wanted. Okay, so this right here is what we're following. Now, of course, when you first share the gift, and what the steps are, which actually I'm going to go to as well. Yeah, maybe I'll open up a new tab here, and on this tab I'll type in steps. Okay, so here I'm going to find the steps, and let's see here. Does that's not the post I wanted. So I can probably just go back and steps to fast track. I think this is it. Yeah. All right. So when we start going through these steps, and we guide people, beginning with the gift, and so we plug them in. We do this. We give them the gift, and we follow through these steps here. And also, it gets very quickly here gets to the broadcast, all that stuff. But as we follow through and guide people through these steps, we very soon here in these steps we find how that they can sign up everyone in your household and help them to receive the gift, even babies. There you go. This line here is a line that I think that is very easy for us to miss, because let's put it this way. How much do babies know about money, right? That's one of the things that we would think, that we kind of think about, and why. Okay, so why babies? TBC. Like, I mean, who talks to babies or toddlers or anything like that about making money? Well, the fact is, even if you did, they wouldn't understand it. And so I think people probably miss this step quite easily, and yet, why not at least give them the gift, knowing what it'll become worth, and do the steps for them to pay the wallet, and even buy $100 worth. I mean, is that not a valuable thing to do for them? Yeah, it absolutely is. So these are the things that we that I think are a great thing to do. Now, I understand that that many households are broke. Many households are basically broke, getting by paycheck to paycheck, and isn't that what we're working on to get beyond. Not just that, but there are so many people in such deep poverty that we want to lift out of that poverty. Okay? And this is why TBC was created in the first place. This is why TBC was created, right? So now let's go through, let's go here back to the script. And here we have, here we have everything available to us to very simply follow this script and use these lines right here. You know, use these lines right here, how we can help people and get. I'm just going to remind you right here again that this here will not get people to your link. If you're reading this and you just attach your username on the end here on this link, I'm not quite sure whether they did not think about that, or the person that put the information out maybe did not understand that, but attaching your username on the end here does not actually get them to your link. So what you want to do is you want to, and this is kind of one of the reasons I actually loaded this page as well, because I want to show you that. I want to show you not to point out a mistake somebody else. That's not the point. That's not the point, folks. What I want to do is I don't want you misled about what. Okay, so we'll just follow these steps. So here I want to just scroll down a bit, and here's what happens. This is what you do need. Okay. So when you want to type that, when you want to give people your link, here's what you got to do: kringle.cash/?link equals, and then your username. Okay, let's go back to the script right here. So after this slash here, you put $link equals, and then your username, your Kringle's username, and that would get them to your, okay, that would get them to your link so that they would sign up under you in the program, in the Kringles.cash. Okay, so that is, I just wanted to clarify that, because it's, if you want to be signing people up, which if you are out there sharing your link, it's kind of the purpose, isn't it? To get them in your downline, and which qualifies you to receive the commissions when you bring in new members. That's sort of the point, right? So I just wanted to make sure that you understand how that link actually works. All right, so okay, sound good. And in here, there are some notes here, the explanations and stuff. It's awesome, awesome, awesome stuff. We can so easily follow the information on here and refer new people. Refer new people. Now, and that's been our that's been our song for, you know, for the last while now. I realized that I didn't tune in to this right away as much as I probably should have, because I, you know, to me it was like, you know, that's not how everybody sees it, and yada yada. Well, the more we can get on the same page, the more we can learn how to communicate with people. See, that's the thing, and I believe in understanding. I really do. I'm a person that if I don't understand it, the person I'm talking to is obviously going to notice my confusion. because listen, you can't hide it. You can't hide it. Your vibrations is what they pick up on, far more than your words. And if your vibrations and your words don't quite harmonize, it doesn't make a sale. It doesn't convince people. It doesn't convince people. You need to be fully on board. You need to be fully on board as to what your objective is, and what your how you can help them, and be in tune with what we're doing. When you play a guitar, I'm not very much of a guitar player, but I have had a guitar for quite a number of years, and of course, when I was younger, I practiced it quite a bit. I even took lessons for I don't know, a month or something, and this was very shortly after I had moved to Canada, and I began realizing that the barrier between the language barrier, it was just there was too wide of a gap. I needed to learn English first before the teacher would have been able to. And maybe I should have just stuck with it anyway, and counted that as learning English as well. But I didn't stick with it, and maybe it's a good thing that I didn't. I certainly don't want to go looking back and saying, "Oh, that was a huge mistake," and then start dwelling on that. That would be useless. But I didn't, and the thing with me was I knew this was very, very soon after we came to Canada. Before that, I don't believe I ever gave it any thought, as far as making money, because my work at home when we lived in Mexico consisted only of doing what I was told to do by the parents and so on. I mean, not just being told every time, but chores that I knew I had to do, and then besides that, of course, when there were things that I was told to do, then of course that was the objective, right? There wasn't any incentive for me to try to understand making money or anything like that, and when I was working for someone else, I never saw the money that was being collected, all without me finding out anything out about it. That's how life was, and so when we came to Mexico, or Canada, sorry, when we went to Canada, what happened was, the first couple of years, everything remained the same. The collecting from my work, it was all done behind my back too, and then of course, eventually, my older brother happened to turn 21, which qualified him to go out on his own and actually keep the money that he was working for, with not having to give the money to home, to the parents, to dad basically, or whatever. I mean, anyway, and of course, when I stepped out, I did on my own. That's when the harsh reality very quickly hit me. Something is very seriously wrong with this system. I couldn't put my finger on it. I couldn't understand it, and I had no idea how to go about gaining an understanding. Which, had I honestly pursued it, I would have probably very much sooner learned a lot of things that, well, I would have, I'm sure. because once you are on that wavelength, on those vibrations, you do attract the people that where you can learn it from. Now, back then, things were much more dangerous than they are now. Back then, knowing those kind of things was much more dangerous than it is right now. And the reason I say that is because right now the deep state is in deep trouble. And they are basically being cleaned up as we speak. Now, the fact is that that people back then, having that kind of knowledge, if that was found out, they just didn't survive. That was basically the long and short of it. And much of that has already changed now. What we're left with, however, is this paradigm of poverty. And that is what we're trying to change, and that is what TBC was created for. So again, I'm just going to refer again to this website here as well, because if you happen to watch this video and you're not in TBC yet, and you want to follow a simple system where everything is already laid out for you here, and so that you know, the links, the side links that you need, even videos here, even videos that will show you how to do some of the things that you might not be very familiar with. Another video here, and the links that you need to go to. Here's also a video. I think it's actually the same one as this, but nonetheless, this here is very easy, and these are the links to actually those same script that I just showed you. This the script, the icebreaker, and of course there are other ways which are a huge benefit, which I'm not going to disclose here, because we cover that in the course, in the cash flow coaching course, because there is so much material, you know, for you to be really actually very successful with this. The cash flow coaching course is very necessary, because there is very much that you pick up in that course that really helps you. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't get started. Of course you can. You can get started. You can do these steps. You can do much of this here. But what I'm saying is, if you really want to move forward, and I'll tell you this. I held back at first from entering that course. After all, I am a marketer and stuff like that. I figured, well, the course, yeah, it's there and stuff, but should I really actually buy that too? And but then I noticed there are other TBC leaders that were on board. They took the course. And these are leaders I looked up to, and they're taking the course. Well, I finally decided, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to take that course too. And wow, I paid, it's $10 a week. $10 a week. And after I went over a couple of those lessons, now I haven't been on the actual live yet, but I expect that will happen on Monday, or tomorrow. But today, as of today, I haven't been on the live, because over the weekend here, I've been just catching up on lessons that have already been posted, the lessons that were done earlier and have been posted, and I can go over them as many times as I need to or want to or whatever. But it is as soon as I started going through those lessons, I discovered that what they're charging $10 a week for, what that does for you, $500 a week would actually be cheap. Let me repeat that just so that you know that I meant what I said. I paid $10 a week for lessons that are easily worth $500 a week. Okay. All right. So that's what I'm telling you is how effective that training is. All right. So let me just go now. I want to stop the screen share here. I think that's, yeah, that should do it. The screen share, stop that. Come back in. All right. So, oh, thank you, Jacob, for joining me as well this morning. Appreciate it very much. You're welcome to come on board. Actually, I don't know how much time I have left here. Oh, I thought there was a place where it told me. Oh, there we are. Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I didn't realize the time really went by fast. I'm already 36 minutes. So, Jake, I'm gonna just give you a little update right here, right now. I went to Vallarta on Friday and met with one of the guys. Maybe I have told you this already. Met with one of the guys, but I have since then contacted him again, and also as well as another couple of people that are very, very interested. They want to be on board. One of them, I'm calling him my friend. He just seems, right off the bat, he just seemed like a real friend, and he wants to be on board. He's ready for coming on board with TBC, and as well as the training course. His name is Jesse, and I think, well, I'll just say it this way: I'll be proud to introduce you to him eventually when that is suitable. He's a great guy. He's really a great guy, and so. That is planned now for Wednesday. I'm going to go out to Vallarta again and meet with these guys, and I'm suspecting that I will be signing up at least one other person who has also been interested for a little while already. Okay, so that's where we're at with this for now here in Mexico. I am looking forward to really, really getting something going here. And I believe that right now I am at the threshold. Things are going to start moving. And that's what I've been looking forward to have happen. All right. So, so that's just a little bit of an update here from Mexico. And by the time you come and visit us here, I'm looking forward to having a nice little group here already that I can introduce you to, and that we can start making huge leaps forward. You know, here in Mexico as well. Mexico is TBC is so unknown in Mexico yet. There's only what, 700, 800. I think it's less than 800 people here in Mexico, and for the population that that Mexico has, that's a very low number, you know. So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon. And have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace.